Welcome to episode 638, CharlesSchwab, 9 Lessons. This is an outline of episode 638, lesson 1 to lesson 5. This is an outline of episode 638, lesson 6 to lesson 9. Lesson 1, the San Francisco Revolution. Charles Schwab, the rebel, started 2,500 miles from Wall Street.
I was this little guy on the West Coast, and access to capital for me was a fundamental problem because I couldn't access Wall Street. They didn't want to finance their competitor.
Lesson 2, full plunge. He mortgaged everything.
Mortgaged my house, you name it. I went to relatives, I went to friends. I hope Chuck doesn't come and ask me for money, because...
Lesson 3, discount versus high fees. This is how he beat Wall Street. For example, Merrill Lynch, price commission. And Schwab's biggest competitor in Wall Street committed a big mistake. While Charles Schwab lowered his commission, Merrill Lynch raised theirs, and Charles Schwab took off like a rocket. Lesson 4, no conflict of interest. Charles Schwab uses no commission brokers.
The broker would run into you someplace and sell you, say, hey, I got a really good idea for you. It's going to go to the moon. You better hop on, participate. It was a highly conflicted business. I wanted to have a firm that was free of the huge conflicts that I saw in the business.
Lesson 5, overcoming dyslexia.
But one thing you're very open about in the book when you were younger as being dyslexic, the qualities of that. And so I just thought maybe you can share a little bit about that.
The whole thing about dyslexia, there's interesting, because I didn't really know I was dyslexic until I was in my mid-40s, because I had my son, who was then 7 or 8, diagnosed in school. He was having a lot of trouble in school, reading and all these things. Those were identical issues I faced when I was the same age. But there was no science around it, no name around it called dyslexia. That all came later in terms of medical science. And so it was a big aha moment for me in my early 40s to find out, boy, that's what I've been facing all these years. I couldn't read very fast.
Lesson 6, start young, start teenager. His dad introduced him to the stock market when he was a teenager, and he was hooked.
Your dad first got you interested in the market by showing you stock tables in the
He
paper?
introduced me to the stock page in the local newspaper, and I glommed onto that, and I started following all these, particularly I followed the really small price things. I said, maybe overall they'll go up. So that was my first shot or first introduction to what stocks were all about.
Lesson 7, he introduced zero commission in October 7, 2019. This is his client-first mentality.
Schwab was built around a simple idea: put the client first.
Lots of companies say that, but we work to keep clients at the heart of everything we do.
Lesson 8, be the agent of change, even at age 81.
Do you ever grapple with that like you started out to buck the status quo and now you are the status quo?
I hope we're not the status quo. I hope we are not. I hope we are continued to be agents of change for the better.
Lesson 9, lucky break. In May 1st, 1975, Congress deregulated the market and put an end to fixed commission. This was the game-changing point in his life. He was at the right place at the right time. He was 38. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. Which electronic brokers do you use and why? Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.